Thank you very much. Very short, very short.
Okay. Okay.
I'm calm.
Yes.
Okay. Now, please. We have. Mrs. Monica Lee Morrill, American, background Asian, as you could recognize in her background past from Korea. I will let Mr. Sovin Chu do the introduction to be better. So we have great honor to welcome you, our link and our friend to the new U.S. government, new president. We went to your event last night. You tried to get a Cambodian dance there, but the schedule was already packed. We understand and we enjoy your leadership, and the party was so great. We went there for quite a long time, we didn't even feel it. So now, I will let Mr. Sovin Chu, our brother, who has been a Republican Party member for about 30 years, and I will help coordinate our Cambodian organizations in America to help our new president, our new government to make America great again. And like I said many times today or previous days, that along with that, we, the Cambodian Americans, and our American friends in the new government will help each other to help America get it again, and help Cambodia and Laos great again, and help the whole world great again. No, I like Mr. Sovin Chu, please come here. Very important man, Cambodian American. Okay, a few words about yourself and then introduce Monica, please.
Thank you very much. It's my honor to introduce my friend, Monica Lee Morrill. She is not just American, she is Korean. Her mom is Korean, South Korean. And she's so educated to the Republican Party. She worked very hard for Republicans. Monica and I was talking about Republican during the election. And she's so conservative. And I had to say that she have had Donald Trump in Pennsylvania. She have went to convention. Yeah. I'm going to make this story short because she had to leave with her daughter outside. So, yeah, man. You can say what you want to say.
Okay.
I have 10 minutes, a good presentation, and then we invite you to have dinner there, a little bit with us.
Sure.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. Please, 5 or 10 minutes
Sure.
speech.
Thank you, Mr. Paul and Mr. Chu, and thank you all of you for being here this evening. I'm so touched by this audience, and it's just such a happy day. Do the Cambodians celebrate the New Year as well next week, or is it just Chinese?
We'll do it in April. We'll invite you to our temple.
That's in your New Year.
Mid-April, yeah.
Their Cambodian New Year is in April. Okay,
April 13, 14.
Okay.
We'll invite you to our temple.
Okay, so what I think is today marks a very important day, symbolic, and the ushering in and the swearing in of the new president. We can now call him President Trump. I'm happy that we can say that today. And I am just a very small, tiny, infinitesimal part of it. And you who have voted in the elections and supported this cause, you are part of it too. It's not just the leadership, but it's everybody as a teamwork, team effort. And I think it was appropriate that Mr. Trump, President Trump, said today, I am taking the power from Washington, D.C. and giving it back to the people. And that is so important. It's such a good example of a good leader to make sure that we have power at the lowest level possible, youth. And so I'll just tell you briefly about myself. I am Korean American. My grandmother was born in Korea. She suffered a lot from the Korean War, and many others suffered more than she did. There's a lot of suffering in that nation, as we know, from the aggression from the communist regime. And it's very important that we understand these things because this is part of our history, part of who we are. My grandfather, my American grandfather, went over as a U.S. soldier during the Korean War. He met my grandmother in Japan because she was living with a diplomatic family, the Korean ambassador's family. She was engaged to the ambassador's first son, and she did not want the arranged marriage. Korean women are very independent-minded, and maybe like Cambodian women too, I don't know. But she did not want the arranged marriage. She wanted to go to America and get her education. And she wanted what you have today. She wanted the opportunity that you have to be in America. And my grandfather fell in love with her. They dated for a year. They were married at the U.S. Embassy, and here I am. So I'm not only grateful to Korea, but I'm grateful to Asia for my heritage. I consider myself as a part of the Asian community, the Asian American community. I was selected to be on Trump's advisory committee. It was called the Asian Pacific American Advisory Committee in 2016. When the election ended, the committee no longer exists, and so last night we had a gala to celebrate the victory with the committee members, so I was honored to host that. I wanted to come and speak to you today because this is not just a Korean issue, Korean American issue. This is not a Cambodian American issue. This is an Asian American, even Pacific Island issue where we have a very special identity and a very special place in America. And I think it's so important that we recognize the values that when I approach the Cambodian community, that it's important that I understand your needs and your views and your concerns about not only your life here, but your family connected in Cambodia, and the impact that America makes on the world. And this has been the America rising as a powerful nation has been in existence for over 100 years now, when America went in and assisted the Allied forces in World War I. So it goes back quite a ways where we became integral in world and global politics. So now we've reached a shift with the Trump-Pence administration. And I think we're going to see some very important changes, not necessarily overnight, not aggressive. Trump made it clear that he does not want war. He wants to reach peaceful solutions. But I'm just honored to be here tonight. I'm sorry I can't stay longer. It's been a very long 48 hours for me and my family. I have 2 small children. And this has just been such a nice experience to come to Washington, D.C. and to meet people, especially like Sobin, meeting him in Pennsylvania, and meeting, people not just who are pro-Trump. Some people may not have voted for Trump, and that's okay. But the point is now he is our leader. And even if you disagree with Trump, and that's okay too, it's important that we come to the table together as a community of Asian Pacific Americans to discuss what unifies us and what unifies us to make us stronger as a community. Because many people in the Asian American community, they're small business owners, they're scientists, engineers, they're very driven people. to accomplish things. And I think that's such a great strength that we bring to this nation. Not to generalize too much, but to emphasize that the best days really are just ahead. And I think that we need to recognize that, celebrate it, and it's just, this is really the dawn of a new era. I think that we need to discuss things, and I want to keep open communication with you. And please, you know, I'm sorry I can't stay very long, but if anybody has, you know, any pressing questions, I'm happy to answer them, you know, towards the back of the room or at the table for a few minutes. And thank you so much for your unity here as a Cambodian American community, and for your interest in making sure that we can keep and preserve this great nation and our wonderful liberties that we cherish so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Member and representative of the KPNC, Khmer People Network for Cambodia, Mr. Gumhut U and Mr. U Kao. Thank you. So we have a group of leaders and friends, followers here that welcome President Trump today. And Mr. Gumtun Yap, the president of Cambodian Americans for Human Rights and Democracy. Thank you, Mr. Gumtun Yap. And our leaders from Laotian Laos community, represented by Mrs. Bun Chan. Thank you very much. Yes. And our young and leader of a very well organized organization recognized by the UN organization, non-profit organization, Save Cambodia, that's the organization. Our young leader, Ms. Tavi Sin. Thank you very much. Yes. And other important people from Philadelphia. And we have some special guests from Cambodia. Okay, joining us, welcoming the new president and new government, led by our Prince Sisavat Tomiko. Prince Tomiko, thank you very much. Yeah. And we have a few MPs from Cambodia also. Mr. Nyai Shamran, thank you. Yeah. And Mr. Sam Sam in the back, thank you. Yeah. Okay, also we have special friends and seniors and Republican candidates in Connecticut and in Massachusetts. Hopefully next term around they will make it. Mr. Viesna from Connecticut, thank you, our young leader. Mr. Kenrakai from Lowell, Massachusetts. Yes, thank you. And Mr. Viesna and all others say that all politics is local, like great Tip O'Neill said.
Yes.
We believe that, and we will work with our people in DC and in various states locally to make sure that they